In a small town nestled deep within the woods, there was a tale whispered among the locals. It spoke of a series of mysterious disappearances that had haunted the community for years. The vanishings were shrouded in darkness and fear, leaving the residents paralyzed with unease. The first disappearance occurred on a moonless night. Sarah, a young girl with sparkling blue eyes, vanished without a trace. The town was sent into a frenzy, searching every nook and cranny, but she was never found. The anguish etched on her parents' faces haunted the town, their hearts forever shattered. Weeks later, another soul was swallowed by the ominous void. James, a seasoned hunter known for his expertise, disappeared while exploring the dense forest. His fellow hunters scoured the wilderness, desperate to find any sign of their lost comrade. Yet like Sarah, James vanished without leaving a single clue. The town's fear grew exponentially with each passing disappearance. Whispers of a malevolent force lurking in the shadows spread like wildfire. Some believed it was the work of an ancient curse, while others pointed fingers at a deranged killer on the loose. Paranoia gripped the community, and people were afraid to venture out after sundown. As time went on, the list of missing souls continued to grow. The town's population dwindled as families packed their bags, seeking solace in safer realms. Every day became a battle against the unknown, the fear devouring the very fabric of the town's existence. Those who remained formed a tight-knit group, desperately trying to unravel the mystery. They formed search parties, equipped with flashlights and determination, determined to bring an end to the nightmare. But the forest, silent and unforgiving, withheld its secrets, and the disappearances persisted. Then, one fateful night, the town was struck by a terrible storm. Thunder boomed and lightning crackled across the sky, casting an eerie glow over the desolate streets. In the midst of the tempest, a young man named David braved the elements to confront the darkness head-on. Driven by a burning desire for answers, David ventured deep into the heart of the haunted forest. Rain lashed against his face, blurring his vision, but he pressed on undeterred. Step by step he pushed through the undergrowth, feeling the weight of the town's hopes upon his shoulders. Suddenly a piercing scream shattered the night. David's heart raced as he followed the anguished cry, his instincts guiding him through the labyrinth of trees. The woods seemed to come alive, their branches reaching out like gnarled fingers clawing at his flesh. But he pressed forward, fueled by a fierce determination. In a clearing, David stumbled upon a dilapidated cabin, its wood rotting and windows shattered. The scream had emanated from within, urging him to enter. With trembling hands, he pushed open the creaking door, revealing a scene of horror. Inside the cabin, he found a room adorned with photographs, snapshots of the missing townspeople, their eyes filled with terror. A shiver ran down David's spine as he realized he had stumbled upon the lair of the true culprit. He knew he had to act swiftly. As he searched the cabin, David found a hidden trapdoor leading to an underground chamber. The stench of decay permeated the air, and he cautiously descended into the darkness below. There, in the bowels of the earth, he discovered the fate of the lost souls. Within the chamber, he found a ghastly sight. The missing townspeople, their bodies emaciated and lifeless, were suspended from the ceiling by chains. Their eyes stared blankly into the abyss, their souls forever trapped. David's heart sank as he realized the depth of the horror that had plagued the town. He knew he had to find a way to bring justice to the victims and put an end to the malevolent presence responsible for their suffering. Determined, David ventured deeper into the underground chamber, guided by a flickering light that emanated from an adjacent room. The walls were adorned with symbols and cryptic writings, hinting at dark rituals performed in this unholy place. In the room ahead, he discovered a blood-stained altar, where a book lay open, its pages filled with forbidden knowledge. David's hands trembled as he flipped through the ancient tome, his eyes scanning the passages. It revealed a horrifying truth. The disappearances were orchestrated by a cult seeking to harness the souls of the innocent for their twisted purposes. The cult believed that by sacrificing pure souls, they could gain supernatural powers and immortality. They had chosen this secluded town as their hunting ground, preying upon its unsuspecting inhabitants. The captives were drained of their life force, their essence consumed in dark rituals. Fueled by righteous anger, David vowed to put an end to this reign of terror. He had to act swiftly to save any remaining townspeople from a fate worse than death. Armed with newfound knowledge, he left the chamber and ventured back into the stormy night, determined to confront the cult and bring an end to their malevolent practices. Gathering a few brave souls who were willing to stand against the darkness, David led his small group back to the forest. With the storm still raging around them, they navigated the treacherous terrain, following the trail of evil that had plagued their town for far too long. Finally, they arrived at a hidden clearing, illuminated by flickering torches. The cult members, cloaked in darkness, stood in a circle, their eyes gleaming with fanaticism. Sensing the intruders, they turned towards David and his companions, their faces twisted with madness. As the battle against the cult reached its climax, David and his companions fought valiantly, but the odds seemed insurmountable. The cult's leader, a dark figure cloaked in shadows, revealed himself amidst the chaos. With a malevolent grin, he unleashed a powerful spell, incapacitating David's allies one by one. David, filled with determination and fueled by his deep-rooted rage, engaged in a final desperate struggle against the cult leader. Their battle raged on, the clash of their wills echoing through the clearing. In the end, David managed to deliver a fatal blow, believing that he had vanquished the malevolent presence once and for all. However, as the dust settled and the survivors regrouped, they realized the cult leader's body had vanished. No trace remained of his existence. The townspeople shuddered, knowing that an evil presence still lingered, hidden among them. Whispers spread throughout the community, as fear and paranoia gripped their hearts once again. No one knew who the cult leader truly was, or where he had gone. The uncertainty weighed heavily on their minds, a constant reminder that the shadows could conceal unimaginable darkness. Years passed and the town began to heal, slowly regaining a semblance of normalcy. But the memory of the cult leader's disappearance haunted them, a chilling reminder of unfinished business. They never truly knew if the malevolent force had been fully eradicated, or if it lurked in the shadows, awaiting its chance to strike again. To this day, the town remains on edge, ever vigilant, wary of any signs that the cult leader may return. The residents live with a constant unease, knowing that the true face of evil may still walk among them, disguised in plain sight. And so, the story of the small town's struggle against darkness continues, an ongoing battle that may never find its conclusion. The missing cult leader remains an enigma, his whereabouts and intentions a mystery that continues to haunt the town's collective consciousness, forever reminding them of the sinister forces that once threatened their existence.